Hey everyone, it's Rob from Hypop and welcome back to another video. In this one, we're unboxing and reviewing the brand new Godox DP400III-V series. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more videos just like this. Hit the notification bell to be updated of any new content we release. Leave a like on the video if it's helped you. Feel free to leave down in the comments section below your thoughts or if you have any questions about the brand new Godox DP400III-V series. Follow us on socials, the links are down below, and visit our website, hypop.com.au. Let's get into it. So I've got with me both versions of the Godox DP400III. The main difference is this is the original version here, the DP400III, and this is the V series, so DP400III-V. Now the two main differences between both of them are essentially the modeling lamp. So as you can see there's the standard E27 modeling lamp, which is usually a tungsten color, so it's a warmer color temperature. However, with the new V series, Godox have updated a lot of their popular flash models, including the DP400 series, to the LED modeling lamp. So you can see there, it's actually a COB LED, which is chip on board. So that means the light itself is going to be a little bit more energy efficient. It won't be as warm. And also it might even be a practical light to use as a continuous light. So that's what we'll be testing today. So let's unbox the light and see what's included. So opening up. The first things we see are the instruction guide. We've also got the power cable and just the flash itself. So there we have it. That's the DP400III-V. It actually looks identical to the previous model. The only main difference that you'll see is the V logo there, just to the side of the model number. And then also, of course, on the inside here, which is the main difference, and that's that COB LED used as the new modeling lamp. So I've got both flashes set up here on some shorter desktop stands, the Spectrum 43cm stands. And you can see here they're pretty much identical in terms of the body itself. Once again, the main difference is just the modeling lamp. So you can see the older model has the traditional E27, and you've also got the COB LED here for the new version. And besides that, only really the logos and the fonts have changed slightly, but the light itself is entirely the same. So in terms of features, we've actually unboxed and reviewed the former model, the DP400III. So if you want to take a closer look at that one, click the link up above. However, in terms of features, we have all the features you'd expect from the previous model. So you have a recycle time of 0.1 to 1 second. You have a flash duration of 1/2000th of a second to 1/800th of a second. You also have 61 power level output, so from 1/64 to full output at 1/1. And the flash tube itself, once again, is the 5800 Kelvin, so a natural daylight. And it does come in the 4 different models. So you have DP400III, the 600III, 800III, and also the 1000III. So just depending on the output that you require. So the real main difference, I guess, that we'll be testing today would be the practicality of the COB LED here. So that one there, has changed. It's essentially more energy efficient, but will it be useful in terms of, a continuous light if we're needing to use that as a lighting source? Because it is 30 watts of LED output, so similar to some of other lights from Godox, the continuous lights, including the ML30 or even their Lightmons LC30Ds. Those are all 30 watt LEDs. So they sell them as standalone products in Godox's range. So it's interesting to have a stronger LED here as a continuous lighting source that can double up as a modeling lamp and potentially also a continuous light if you're just doing smaller objects such as product photography and things like that. So we'll take a closer look at that one in this video. Now jumping into the menu really quickly for the new DP400III. So you can see there, I actually have the modeling lamp turning on as a light source there. And it is quite bright. So surprisingly, it's a bright light source. It's 30 watts of LED, and it's also a natural daylight. So it's around 5600 Kelvin, which is different to most other modeling lamps. such as these traditional tungsten ones that are a warmer color temperature. Now, in operating the light itself, you've got a few buttons here. So obviously the main control changes the output levels from off to all the different output levels that you require. You've also got the wireless mode here. So when you press that button, that turns off wireless. If you're not using, say, the X1, X2, or the X Pro triggers, and you're using it via a sync cord, then you'll just turn that off. Otherwise, you'll be leaving that on. And then from here, you've got the group channel button when you're using the wireless mode. So pressing it, you can cycle through the different groups. And also holding it down highlights the channel, and you can change the channel there to the channel of your trigger. So setting these on the same group perhaps, or if you have multiple lights, then you can set them on different groups so you can control them independently. Then you also have the modeling lamp button here, which is what I was using earlier. So you can see there it goes to prop mode. So you can also change this by pressing down on the center dial, and you can adjust the intensity in 5% increments of the LED modeling lamp. Now when you press the button, you've got off, you've got prop, and then you've just got the power. But then when you hold it on here, you've also got it to turn off when it flashes as well. So you can have your modeling lamp constantly on while you're using the flash, or you can have it turn off as it flashes. So that's up to you when you hold down that button there. Then you've also got the custom function menu here, which changes the ID of the actual flash. So when you're using multiple flashes, or say there are other 2.4 gigahertz devices around, including Wi-Fi, or anything that can interfere with the wireless signal, then what you would do is perhaps set an ID here as well. So pressing down and then setting the ID. So you have up to 99 different IDs that you can set, but you need to make sure that you also set your trigger ID as well, otherwise they won't talk. So whether you've set the channel and group on both the trigger and the flash, and they have different IDs, they won't work. So you need to make sure those all match. And then lastly, up at the top here, you can hold down these two buttons, the modeling lamp button and also the custom function button. And when you hold that down, that actually resets the flash back to its default settings also. So if you've hit something, maybe it's the ID, and you don't know what's happened, hit the reset two buttons here, and then that'll hopefully solve your issue. Now, I forgot to mention also in the custom function here, you have another option here which can change it from fractals over to decimal if you wanted to as well. So that's fractions and then decimal. So if you set it to decimal, when you go back into the flash here, you can see it's now changed from 1/64 to 1/1 to decimal points. So you can go up in a 10th stop increments here as well. Now, resetting that, you can see when I reset that, it goes back to the fractions. Now over here you have slave buttons, slave 1 and 2, and that sets the slave mode up here, so S1 or S2 or just off. So if you have multiple flashes, once again, you perhaps have one master flash and then the others as slaves. It doesn't really matter if you're going to be using this wirelessly, but it's more important when you're not using this on the wireless mode, and if you're using optical flash, because it does have the IR sensor at the top here, that's used for optical flash, and then you'd have slaves that would wait until the main flash fires, and then the slaves will fire off also, whether they're on S1 or S2. And you've also got just the beep button here, so when you press that, it turns off the beep as you're controlling the light. And of course, you've got the sync port, which is a 3.5mm sync port. You've also got a USB port here. So this USB port is actually predominantly for the older legacy Godox triggers, which are the FT16 and the XT16. So you could plug in the receivers there. And also if there are any firmware updates that Godox release, you'd be using this. But you can see there just above is the wireless signal, which shows that this is used for their wireless triggers also. Now you have the test button, of course, and obviously the on-off button. Now underneath here, you've got the plug for the flash, and just above the plug is actually the fuse compartment. So that's where you'd be housing the fuse, the current fuse, and also there's a spare fuse on the inside there in case the fuse blows. So that's handy to have. So now we just want to test how useful this new 30 watt COB LED modeling lamp is. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn off the main key lights or the continuous lights here in the studio, including a big 300 watt LED over here to my right, and also to my left here, we've just got a smaller LED panel. So we'll turn off the key light first. And then now we'll turn off this one. And now we'll just turn on the modeling lamp of the new DP400 Mark III. Okay, there we go. So I've got the C800 Sekonic light meter here, so we can test firstly the CRI of the light and also how strong it is. It's roughly about 1 meter to, or 1.5 meters to my left over here. So that'll give us a good idea as to, you know, how powerful this light really is. But firstly, when we're doing a CRI test, it's coming up as a 95 CRI. So that's really accurate and that's really good. When I did a test previous to this with just the 300 watt LED here, it was actually at 96. So that's nice and high for a, you know, a flash modeling lamp. Now, in terms of the lumens, let's have a closer look at that. So it's coming up as 5,960K. So a bit higher on the daylight spectrum there, closer to the 6,000K, and also at about 1,170 lux. And that, once again, is about 1 meter, 1.2 meters actually from me to my left side over here. So that is pretty strong for an LED light. Once again, it is a 30 watt LED light, so there are standalone products that are just 30 watt LED lights too, so that's a great feature. Now what we'll do is we'll compare this to the tungsten bulb, which is on the older model, the DP400III, the non-V series. So now all we've done is just swapped out the heads. So in the exact same position on the exact same stand, we've swapped it to the older model, the DP400 Mark III. So we'll turn off this key light here, also the side light, and then we'll turn on the older light here with the E27 tungsten bulb. There we go. And that's at 100% now. So you can see it is significantly, you know, dimmer, I guess. And it also is a warm color temperature. So it does sort of match with the rest of the background lights here. But doing a quick test in terms of the CCT. So there we go. So straight away we have a CCT of about 3,494K. So definitely on the warmer tone there. And then also we've got a lux rating of 274 lux. So also a little bit weaker there. It's like, you know, 25% of what the V series is. So definitely an increase in the type of light, the type of modeling light, and also perhaps the practicality of the new V series. Now in terms of the CRI, and we're only getting a rating of 85 CRI. So also a less accurate continuous light. So in most cases, you wouldn't be using the modeling lamp as a continuous light for whatever reason on an older flash. But with this new DP400III-V series, there's a chance now that you can actually use this light as a light source if you're wanting to, say, you know, use a softbox in front of that, the Bowen softbox, and using that for product photography or smaller objects or even just close-up shots. It'll still be a useful light to have. So that was just a quick unboxing and a look at the brand new DP400 Mark III V series. Once again, it is a really popular light. It does have a fast recycle time. It has that Bowen's mount. It has the fast flash duration as well. And it has everything that you need in a studio flash, with now the new addition of the COB LED light that has a CRI rating of about 95. It also has a pretty decent output at 30 watts of LED. So you could double this up potentially as a continuous light for other purposes also, especially if you need to shoot some short video, product photography, and obviously just as a modeling light also. So for more videos just like this, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell to be updated of any new content we release. Leave a like on the video if it's helped you. Feel free to leave down in the comments section below your thoughts, or if you have any questions about the DP400 Mark III V series. Follow us on socials, the links are down below, and visit our website, hypop.com.au. Thanks for watching.